Everyone always talks about Super Mario Brothers, and you know how it's such a good game. Blah blah blah. Set the standard. No, I'm not. I'm not here for that. And today we're actually here to cover a bit more of an obscure game, at least to America. It's the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2, known here as Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, and it's it's interesting. It's definitely difficult. So why don't we just jump right into it? So this is the Lost Levels, or known as Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan. I'm just gonna refer to it as the Lost Levels because that's my way of doing things. Now, yeah, the demo person already died. So let's just get into it. Let's start. So, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels is a direct sequel to Super Mario Bros. Could have guessed by the Japanese version of the title at least, and by the fact that it looks pretty similar. However, there are some differences, like, the brick color, everything having eyes, this brick color. It's interesting. There's also a new power-up. This poison mushroom basically is a representation of the whole game. You think it's going to help you? No, it hurts you. And besides that, this is just way harder than its predecessor. So hard that I can't even beat it without save states. However, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sure, Nintendo thought it was so hard that they never even released it in America. But is it really, a challenge is good? You can't just have a game with no challenge. And sure, Super Mario Bros. Had challenge, but this game does too. And even though it has way more challenge, it doesn't mean that you can't just say that it's bad because it has challenge. Challenge is a main thing in video games. And a game with a lot of challenge definitely fits to me because I can't play a game that's super easy. And even though I enjoy Animal Crossing, I'd much rather play more levels of Mario U Deluxe than there already are. Specifically, the challenges, because, as I've said many times already, I want a challenge in my video game. Now, the story is, really the same, and I actually don't have any problem with this. It was 1986, and the story was usually just in the manual. For parts like this, since I don't want to run out of lives and keep playing 1-1 over again, I am going to rewind a bit for the footage so I can get further. And another thing about this is that I actually really love is the hidden worlds. There's 5 hidden worlds. The first one is World 9, which you unlock by, basically you have to beat the game once without using warp zones. So, in 1-2, there's a warp zone, obviously. And another thing I want to mention about them, they only take you one world ahead. So, in the original game, you had the option... Darn it, I died. In the original game, you had the option of, going to the world... In, 1-2, in the original game, you can go to World 2, you can go to World 3, or you can go to World 4. And with that, you can just beat the game in a couple levels. However, in this version of the game, the warp zone only takes you one world forward. And, though I really am too lazy to show it, and also because it's not as easy as you think to pull off, if you end up, jumping over the flagpole, there's actually warp zones that take you backwards through into stages. That's so ridiculous. And like I said before, taking the warp zone means that you cannot go to World 9. So let's see what World 9 is like anyways. I have a save state of it. This is World 9. We present Fantasy World with Shrine 9 rules with one game. You get 1 life for the entire world, and failing means, nope, you have to beat the game again. Yay. And World 9, besides that, it's just so weird. What is this? I can't describe this. This is just so weird. We're in a water level, but not really. It's things like these that I actually really love about the Lost Levels. If I want my easy fix of a good Mario game with normal and fun level design, I could play Super Mario Brothers. But when I'm looking for wacky and weird or want to give myself like something a challenge, feeling challenging, craving today, then I can play this. Especially since you can't really jump on normal enemies underwater. Another thing, like, this is, I know something about World 9. Well, I'm not going to play through the entire world so I can show you because I don't have it in me to do that again, like I've done many times before. You know that if you get to the final level of World 9 and you beat it, it just loops. So you're endlessly going through World 9 and World 9 and World 9 and World 9. I've heard that the All-Stars version makes it easier by letting you keep your lives, and the Game Boy version doesn't have it at all, but the original version, yeah, that was really hard. And I just really like it. What I don't like, though, is that, 3/4 of World 9 are water levels, but whatevers. And then we'll get to the next point. World A through D. To do that, let's go back to the start. So every time you beat the game, you get a little star on the home screen. For some reason, it has 2 here, but that's just because of the suspend point I'm on. If I go to my main suspend point, which is here, and I beat the game again, I guess I forgot to make the suspend point. But if I reset it here, I've already beaten it after that suspend point, so, but before I beat it, I already had 4 wins, so I have 5. And the thing is, if you get 8 wins, then you unlock worlds A through D, which I can't show you because I'm not that good, at least yet. I've been getting better at the levels as I keep playing over and over because you have no idea how badly I want to go through worlds A to D, but I just can't do it yet. It's too hard. I've been trying my best though, constantly playing this game in my free time and using save states because I'm not a Japanese kid from the 80s that played this game and was able to beat it without save states and rewinds and all that. I mean, what are they going to add next? Fast forwards? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because if they just released this as a game the way it originally was, this and Super Mario Brothers would be way harder, and there would be no way anyone could ever beat it. I mean, we're a bit older now, so the original players are, and sure, they'd be better at it, and they might beat it in one go, because that's how they did it when they were kids. But someone like me, who didn't play the original game when it first came out, is not used to that kind of thing. I expect there to be a save at least every world, not no save throughout the whole game. You're probably only going to get to 8-2 over and over and over again, haha, until you get better, you noob. That's not what I expect, and I'm glad Nintendo did that with this version on the Switch. So, I'm not even talking about the lost levels itself anymore, but I just want to say, I guess that's my review on the Lost Levels. ReadyDude was lazy today because he ate McDonald's and he didn't feel like recording. So Mario, the Mario plushie, had to step in for him and record the footage. But besides that, that's pretty cool. And I guess that is basically it, since I really don't have anything else to say. It's a challenging version of the original game, and if you really want a challenge, or just like really weird level design for some reason, maybe you're one of those Mario Maker players, like myself, except I'm not one for weird level design, but whatever suits your taste. You want normal level design, play Super Mario Brothers. You want weird and wacky and difficult level design, play this game, The Lost Levels. It's not as easy to get a hold of as the Lost Level, as the original game, but it's not impossible either. Gosh darn, I took the wrong path. I have to go up there. 1 sec. Yeet. I want to see that. Wait, I don't even think I'm supposed to do that. Yeah. Okay, I just took the wrong path all the time. So, I don't really have anything more to say, but I'm still going to beat the game just so you can see the ending. It's actually different. So as we're playing this, we have extra time until the end. So, what's about this is that, like, why did in America did you have to make, like, oh my god, we need a Mario 2? What do? Hey, why don't we just clone a Japanese game, Doki Doki Panic, and we'll just reskin it with Mario characters? Genius. Like, they could have done something more with more effort. I don't know that much about the history of Mario 2 besides that. And something else I don't know is why I keep failing the same jump over and over again in the footage. But, you know, that's life. At least we got something besides nothing. What if the Mario series completely ended in America there? That would have really stunk. So I'm just glad that we got something. And I'm also glad that that actually led to a bunch of series staples. So I guess Nintendo made the right call? I don't know. Back to the lost levels. Something original is this dude who's Bowser's brother, apparently. You only see him in this game. He's just there. And then after that, you actually fight the real Bowser. And as usual, it's a quick fight, except, you know, he throws hammers and stuff, and I guess that makes it more difficult. I'm still bad, though. I guess there's the fire bar, too. I'm still bad! Ah. Okay, just go, Mario. Do it. Complete the game. You did it, Sonny! So, yeah. That was, I guess, our little video on ReadyDude reviews, except the Mario plush reviews. I'm still going to call it ReadyDude reviews because this is ReadyDude's channel, but, I mean, I guess that's it. So, I guess you can watch this now. I mean, that's the ending, even though the rhyme isn't that good. I mean, it still works. So, I guess that's it, and I will... Wait a minute! Stop! Stop it! Stop the outro! We're not done here yet. The Lost Levels is an abomination. It's so bad and unfair. Haven't you seen in World 5 with the invisible blocks? How are you supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know that? How does anyone know that's there besides trial and error? It's really stupid, and the level design isn't just challenging. It's really bad. Why aren't I able to play as Luigi in multiplayer? It was there in the original game, and sure, I can play as Luigi in single player, but there's only single player. I should be able to play more. It isn't really... It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Why did they have to do this? They just made him worse. They made Mario bad. Well, I guess I see where you're coming from. As you could see on the title screen now, it doesn't really make that much sense that, you know, you can't do multiplayer. However, Luigi still has some stuff on his own, so it's not like he's literally just Mario. He actually is slipperier, but jumps higher. So it's an advantage and a disadvantage. Instead of becoming just a second player, he's a second play style. And is his own thing as a new feature. And, I mean, Mario Bros. Was already just taking turns for its quote-unquote multiplayer, so it's not like you can just pass the controller on every time you die or complete a level. That's just how things worked. And it's okay now. I mean, could you imagine what it'd look like if someone made a Mario hack or something where you could do multiplayer like that? There's a reason that they didn't really do this in Mario World either, and they did it on the Game Boy Advance, but they didn't think of it initially. You either get Luigi's special moves or you get multiplayer, because it'll be unbalanced if you do it with Luigi's special moves and with multiplayer. That's why New Super Luigi U, the multiplayer mode, has everyone with Luigi's special abilities and flaws. That's not why, and that's why in Super Mario Bros. U, even if you choose to play as Luigi only, you're going to play with normal Mario U physics. So as you can see, Toad, that doesn't hold up very well. And sure, some of the level design is kind of dumb. Like, there's no reason for so many levels to be based around finding hidden invisible blocks. But that's just a joy of discovery. Imagine you were a kid in the 80s being stuck on a level for so long until you finally figure out, oh, I had to jump in this spot to unlock the secret to beat the level. Holy moly, I wonder if anyone else has found this. Especially since the internet was pretty primitive at the time. It was all basically wonder and the joy and the discovery of finding something new. That's why the level design had to be like that, especially for a more challenging game. As you can see here, I don't know that this invisible block is here, but then again, maybe we weren't supposed to just jump right off the pipe. What if we were supposed to hit the invisible block, then jump from here onto the block, and then climb up the vine? Usually we just take the top, but look, there's a whole level up here with coins to collect. There's actual stuff to find. And that's the joy of discovery. The invisible blocks are for discovery, to find something new. Heck, there's literally 2 warp zones in this level. This one takes you to World 3, while the normal one takes you to World 2. That's the one you usually take, right? Yeah, but look at this right here. Even before the World 2 warp zone. Do you understand, Toad?
Fine, I do.
Well, that ends it there. Thank you so much for watching this, and if anyone didn't stick around, just in case not everyone stuck around after I was about to say goodbye, well, thank you to the people who did. And as I guess you noticed that the video is a bit longer than it seemed. So I guess that's going to be it for this ReadyDude reviews, and for now, bye, peoples! Yeah! Lost levels. It's a game. Pretty cool.